Hello there, you sexy PlayStation gamers, and welcome back to another pure PlayStation video review. And today we've got GORN for PSVR. GORN is ridiculous, brutal, hilarious, and frustrating all at once. It's a game that you'll either love or hate, and I'm glad that I'm in the former camp rather than the latter. GORN first won over the hearts and minds of bloodthirsty gamers back in 2018 with its release on PC VR headsets. But now is the time for PSVR players to flail around madly, and the transition from PC VR to PSVR is surprisingly smooth. To play GORN on PS4, you'll need a PSVR headset and two PS Move controllers. Each Move controller represents one of your hands, and so it's just not possible to play with a DualShock 4. And don't even ask about the aim controller. So make sure you've got a couple of well-charged PS Move controllers before throwing your money at the game. GORN plays out in a series of over-the-top fights in a gladiator-esque arena, complete with a Ponzi Emperor and his floating head companions. The fight starts, you're given weapons, and your only task is to kill all some bitches. Simple. Or so I thought. It's not, but it's not overly complicated either. The fellas you face off against are a weird motley crew of steadheads who have clearly neglected leg day at ye old gymnasium. They walk around like they've been on the piss all night long, and they flail around like footballers with their handbags drawn. They're hilarious and well-realised characters, but some are more than just meat sacks waiting for a pounding. Some enemies wear armour sets, meaning you have to give them a bit more than the old one too. Regular enemies wear nothing but their knickers and they can be punched to a grisly death quite easily. But the armoured fellas need a bit more work doing to them if you're to succeed. This is where the game's weapons come in handy, though not all of them are as fun to use. There's a decent selection of weapons on offer, with everything from a swinging mace, a massive battle axe, and even some ranged weapons like throwing knives, bow and arrow, and even a mini crossbow that sits on the wrist. There's a fair selection then, and there should be a killing instrument for all psychos. They're comically animated too, and they can be pulled back and stretched like rubber toys, which does take the edge off the bloody violence. Saying the violence though, you don't have to play it violently. There is a pinata mode, so instead of bashing off a head and having blood spew everywhere, you can bash off a head and sweeties come out instead. How lovely is that? The combat and its weapons are surprisingly versatile too. You can block incoming blows, because the enemies, they have weapons too, and you can block them with your weapons or parry them away with a shield, opening up the scallywags to a swift counter-attack. You can dodge, sure, but with the PS Move controllers, it's a touch difficult, though not impossible. The controls work well enough, with movement being handled by dragging yourself from one side to the other, backwards and forwards. The face buttons let you turn, and picking up, dropping and throwing weapons is all handled very simply. Still, when you're surrounded by a group of nearly naked meatheads, it's difficult to keep all the plates spinning, and something has to give. I'd often find myself surrounded and unable to retreat and defend myself at the same time. It's a quirk of the PSVR, granted, but it still gave me a few problems, though it's nothing I'd call game-breaking, just slightly annoying. GORN isn't the deepest of games, I'll say that, but it doesn't really need to be. It's easy to jump in for a quick 15-20 minutes play, but you could stay inside the arena longer if you've got the stamina for it. I don't. My arms were in tatters after half an hour of bloody murder, but at least I had a smile on my face, and these days, that's what matters most. And that brings us to the end of this review. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it to be informative to your buying decisions, and if you did, why not hit us with a like and subscribe? We'd appreciate that quite a lot, thank you very much. And I hope you're doing well. I hope that you're doing the best you can for yourself and whoever you look for. So, stay sexy, wash your bloody hands, and keep playing. Until next time, bye!